Omaha will receive a grant of $5 million from the federal government to make sure developments are actually getting built. According to a news release from Housing and Urban Development, other cities are also receiving grants. The money for Omaha will be for North 30th Street housing projects and neighborhood improvement projects.
So what this $98 million does is it supplements some of the decisions that HUD made in the recent past. And we saw that there were some funding gaps or some additional funding needs that previous applicants had. We wanted to make sure that their projects made it across the line. And so we gave them additional funds to do just that.
The Choice Neighborhoods program has seen 11,000 new mixed income units built across 44 cities.